Do you know what the first summer blockbuster was?
I'm going to say no.
It was Jaws.
Jaws was the first.
Jaws was the first time.
1974?
74, 75, people started to wrap around movie theaters to see this movie. Followed by like Star Wars: A New Hope.
Right, 77.
Which was, people were wrapping around again.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So those were the summer blockbusters. And before that, there was no summer blockbuster.
Can you even imagine that being the case?
I can't. So even crazier, I believe that most of the biggest and greatest summer blockbusters happened in the summer of the 1980s.
Go figure.
I mean, how crazy is it that the 80s was the best time to watch movies?
Yeah, and when you really start to think about it, I bet it's kind of true.
I'm sure it's true. And we're going to prove it today we're going to share our greatest summer blockbusters of the 1980s right after this.
Welcome to Whiskey Pop. This is Jeff.
And this is Zane.
What are we talking about?
Summer blockbusters of the 1980s.
We're talking about real movies.
We're talking about the movies.
I think so. And it's not just making it up. These are really great movies.
Yeah, and it was really hard. So Zane and I actually went through over 100 and something movies.
Yeah, it was like 115, 120 movies we decided.
Yeah, somewhere in there. And
yeah,
to break that down, and let me be frank, I mean, some of these are some of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, they are.
Especially when you're a geek.
Yeah, nerddom is up to here.
Yeah, so this was really hard. And we even got down to, like, I think the top 15.
Yeah.
And we were struggling even in the top 15, right?
It's hard to let things go when you love so many nerdy things at once.
And that is true. And so then when we finished, we're like, man, I can't, like, say this movie's better than this movie.
Right.
So we decided that these are the best movies of the 80s summer blockbusters, period.
Right.
They're no in specific order, but these are the ones that we consider, if you're going to watch a blockbuster movie from the 80s, these are the ones you should or have or better have seen by now.
And these are the summer blockbusters.
And you know, it's hot outside. Now's a great time
yeah.
to be inside and catch all these movies. I mean...
Awesome.
So we're going to run through these because we want you to see the clips and we want to go see them.
All right, the first clip is...
Willow.
The baby dies, all hope for the future is lost.
Courage, Willow.
Own the legend like never before.
Let's ride.
Your children will come to remember this day.
Oh my gosh. So Willow, man, did you ever think...
You know, I mean, the thing with Willow was that it set a different pace.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like Star Wars or anything like that. And Ron Howard's involved, so it's not necessarily just George Lucas.
No, but we're also talking, there was a lot of production value, as cheesy as it was.
Yeah.
But it was huge, and people loved it.
Did you ever think Wicket the Ewok would actually be able to carry an entire movie by himself?
Well, it just goes to prove how talented.
I would have to agree. Warwick Davis, I mean, he's a young kid at that point. I think he's like 18 in that movie.
Something like that.
Maybe even younger.
Out of all nerddom, I would rather meet Warwick Davis over some of the other super famous Star Warsy people.
So I probably shouldn't tell him like 2 years ago at Star Wars Celebration we saw Warwick Davis.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't tell me that.
I won't tell you that. Okay, so our next movie.
Okay, what's it?
What do you think it is?
It's...
Big Trouble in Little China.
It's amazing!
We call it Little China.
Finally, we shall bring order out of chaos.
It's where Big Trouble was waiting for Jack Burton.
Who? Jack Burton. Me.
Jack!
Jack?
They told him to go to hell.
So, Big Trouble in Little China. I know this is one of your favorites and mine.
Yeah, I mean, both my boys love this movie.
Yeah.
Because like Jack Burton always says.
Who?
Jack Burton.
Who's Jack Burton? It's like that in the movie, right? And
yes,
exactly. They're like, who's Jack Burton? He's like,
yeah,
I'm Jack Burton.
Jack Burton. Just tell him the check is in the mail.
Pork Chop Express.
Oh, it is so good. It's so campy. I'm pretty positive that Ed Boon and company made Mortal Kombat based off of the characters.
Oh, I mean, come on, you cannot look.
Shang Tsung,
Yeah.
Raiden. Okay, I mean, we just keep going down the
You
list.
can't look at that and not say that's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's great.
And the funny thing is, it's better than the Mortal Kombat movies they've made.
Oh, those are terrible.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
but
So
yeah.
Okay, so the next movie.
All right, Jeff. What's the next movie?
People tend to usually think this movie is the darker version of all the other movies of this franchise.
Oh, are we talking Batman?
No, it's not that dark.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Indiana Jones.
Oh, and the Temple,
of Doom. That's right.
From Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
You don't believe me. You will, Dr. Jones.
Oh, it's my favorite Indiana Jones film.
I mean, it does have 00 negative. It's not 00 negative, it's 007.
You call him Dr. Jones, dog.
Dude, I wish I could get his autograph too.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a really cool actor. On top of that, he ends up playing another iconic role shortly right after that, right?
Yes, he does. Which
So
we
will probably have that on the list. So, but regardless, I mean, this one, Kalima shook today.
I need to hard.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
Anishiba,
Yeah.
Anishiba.
I have 2 holes from my dress from Paris.
I think we can quote this movie all day long.
Anything goes. Anything goes.
All right, we're embarrassing ourselves.
All right, next.
So the next movie, okay, so this one I probably watch multiple times a year.
Okay,
So it had to be on the list regardless.
okay, then if it's multiple times, then I'm going to go out on a ledge and
And?
guess Empire.
Nope. Oh, it was close though.
Man,
The Goonies.
I don't want to go on any more of your crazy Goonie adventures.
Meet Mikey,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Brand, Andy,
Nothing. No, I can't even look.
Mouse,
I gotcha. Now get out.
Stephanie, Data,
Goonies.
and Chunk. They call themselves the Goonies. They've stumbled onto a legend, but they're not alone.
anyway, The Goonies is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so good because it gives the whimsical idea of life and, as an 80s kid, the thing that we all were playing like we were doing.
Yeah, I mean, how much after you watch the 80s did you want to be a Goonie?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I remember looking at my friends going, and you guys suck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
This is my wish. Okay.
my wish. And I'm taking it back.
Taking them all back.
Taking them all back.
No, epic movie.
Yeah,
One of the
absolutely.
greatest.
I mean, he had Sloth.
That's true.
Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
Baby Ruth.
Oh man, your breath smells like fizzing. I mean, we're talking lines out the mile. I can quote that one.
I can go all day long with the Goonies. Okay, so the next one.
Okay,
This one.
I'm gonna quit guessing. You just tell me.
No. Hang on. Let's put it this way. This is one of those movies that when Atari made the game, it was an epic failure.
Oh yeah, well of course.
And that would be?
E.T.
E.T.
Experience the mystery,
Wait, what is it?
I don't know. So scary.
the wonder,
What's happening?
the call
E.T. Phone home.
that started it all.
E.T. changed culture too, man.
Dude, I mean, I think E.T. set the bar for movies of the 80s.
Oh, it was a new IP, if you want to call it that.
Sure.
We hadn't had this.
And if you not believe it or not, actually, Reese's Pieces became popular because of E.T.
Yeah, well, they're hella good, but
And they're good. I mean, I don't think people knew what a Reese's Pieces was until
Probably
E.T.
not.
This next movie.
okay.
This one really is near and dear to my heart. Maybe one of my favorite movies of all time. Not Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back is one of my favorite movies of all time, but this one is...
Let me guess, we're
These
talking
two are
about
neck
the-
to neck.
Yes,
Yeah, so we're looking... Something strange is in this neighborhood.
we're talking mother-loving Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call?
Yep, we're
The
gonna call
Ghostbusters.
They're armed. They're dangerous.
Try to imagine all life as you know it stopping instantaneously and every molecule in your body exploding at the speed of light.
All right, that's bad. Okay. All right, important safety tip. Thanks, Egon.
They're professionals.
Oh, I'm the chairman of the largest paranormal removal company in America.
Did you see it? They're all that stands between you and the end of the world.
This is 1984 when Ghostbusters came out. I was almost 11. I was 10. I was like on the 4th row of the movie theater we went and saw this in. And after that opening scene with the librarian's like, "Wah!" You know, I was sold.
Absolutely sold.
Since day one.
In fact, he was so sold on the idea of blockbuster movies, he forgot the one of the most important things of the episode.
And what was that?
We haven't had our whiskey.
Oh, we haven't. I was so excited about going through the Summer Blockbusters. So
I think Ghostbusters is something to toast, my friend.
I think Ghostbusters is something to toast. So what are we having today?
Well, because we read labels here at Whiskey Pop, this is made by Old Camp.
Old Camp.
And it is Wolf Moon.
This is new.
Yeah, this is new.
For us here, I think.
Well, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But this is legit bourbon.
Yeah.
I've only heard good things about it, actually.
Well, let's try some good glasses.
Okay, let's do this.
For goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to smell it.
Ooh, that does smell good, right?
To Ghostbusters.
To Ghostbusters.
And our sip.
That's interesting.
It has a
It's not a bad thing. It's just it's different.
You really taste the wood.
Yeah. It's like a...
if you know what I mean.
It's like an oaky Snickers. A little bit of caramel in there.
Well, yeah, the caramel.
And I think you can just slightly smell. It's a slight twinge of chocolate, I think.
Is this true?
What?
Yes.
Yes.
This man has no dick.
That's right. This man has no dick.
No, I'm telling you, that's actually really good.
I like that.
Sip 2 is really good.
Sip 2?
Yeah. The first sip,
Yeah.
you get a little bit of the heat.
I agree with that.
Sip 2, it's kind of dissipated. Then you really start to pull it apart.
I think it's one of those whiskeys. We let it sit for about 30 seconds to a couple minutes. It'll even get better.
Sounds good.
So we'll do that. So hey, let's go to our next movie, right?
What's the next movie?
Next movie. Okay, so I can only say one thing to help you with this one.
Okay, let's go.
Khan!
Yeah, Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan.
I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia and round the Antares maelstrom and round perdition's flames before I give him up.
There she is. There she is.
Shield's collapsing, Captain.
Can you give me major power? A few shots, sir.
I mean, it is...
It's probably counted as the greatest Star Trek film of all time.
Yeah, it pulled from the episodes of the 60s with characters that everyone liked.
Yeah.
And created a movie. It was so iconic with the icon. Anyway, but it was so good and so intense. And it, spoiler alert, me.
Oh no, big quotes on this one. I know what you mean. This is like as bad as Darth Vader's dad thing.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We saw the passing of one of the most iconic fictional characters ever.
Han Solo?
The passing of Spock.
Oh,
Now-
that's right. Wrong Star movie.
Now, you guys need to, let me just take you quick into the past. You just saw this movie. This was happening live right
oh, that's
then.
true. You just watched Spock die.
You watched your favorite character die, and it was a sacrifice to save everybody.
You will always
Oh my gosh, it was
be
just
my friend.
it was just I'm going to tell you straight up, as a kid, I remember watching adults crying for a couple of days off and on as to how it impacted them.
All right, so the next movie.
Okay, I'm ready for it, and it better not be your favorite movie.
No, you need to wipe on and wipe off, brush on and brush off.
Sweep the leg!
Sweep the leg, Johnny!
You're a body, but you're a Johnny.
The Karate Kid.
I promise teach karate
and a friend.
Fighting always last answer.
How did you do that?
Don't know. First time. Power. Whole body. Make a perfect picture.
How do I know if my picture's the right one?
If come from inside you, always right on. Lesson about the balance, not just karate. Lesson for whole life. Why train?
So I won't have to fight.
Hey, Karate Kid! Let's take a move.
I mean, so in the 80s, Ralph Macchio was like
He was like 49 years old.
He wasn't 49.
Playing an 18-year-old kid. Whoa! You see that?
I saw that.
What was he trying to do?
You try to catch a fly, you need chopsticks to do that.
Which I have done, and I have
beginner's luck.
Photo proof of it. But
come on, Pat Morita, man,
dude,
Pat Morita's like the living version of Yoda.
Well, yeah, it's he really made you feel this grandfatherly, caring, but then at the same time he's cool. I mean, he got those bottles.
Yeah, was that in the first one or was that in the second one?
That was, I don't know.
Okay, so this is where we're getting kind of weird because you and I were already arguing over the greatest summer blockbusters of all time. So this wood came out in 1989.
Okay.
And literally defined this character for the next 30 years.
30 years.
Easily.
Yeah. I spilled the beans earlier.
You did. And it also defined superhero movies from that point forward until probably the MCU.
And obviously, we're talking about Batman. And we're talking Michael Keaton.
1989 Batman.
There is only one Batman.
Yeah. Who are you?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham City?
Nice outfit.
You look fine.
I didn't ask. I have given a name to my pain.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
The thing that took this over the top is it gave you
Jack Nicholson.
It gave you plausibility to the character of Batman.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It put a kind of a dark, dirtier side to the cinematic ideas of it. Because
that's true.
Before it was Biff Bam Bop.
And like I said before that, we had Adam West.
Adam West.
So the only Batman we even had was Adam West.
Yeah.
Even in the cartoons.
Yeah.
So this was the first time we got a nitty gritty, no jokes Batman.
And the merchandising was off the chart for that movie.
Oh man, I had so much Batman junk from that year. It's
you
ridiculous.
Could buy everything Batman.
Yeah, anything. I mean, I remember I think every fast food restaurant had some kind of Batman.
Oh sure.
Merchandise.
Yeah.
To hand out.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But I mean, I think it's still one of the greatest Batman films of all time.
Yeah, it holds up even within the cheese because it is its own universe itself. It's its own characteristic.
I would say that it's hard for me to think if I like Batman then or The Dark Knight now.
Definitely, for me, it's that Batman. Why? Because they bring in that mobster feel from like the 30s, 40s mobsters and combine it with the modern era thing. And that makes it timeless.
And it's Tim Burton. So it's Tim Burton. It's Danny Elfman soundtrack.
Danny Elfman does the music.
I mean, it's iconic.
You got Prince for music in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Prince did a song in the movie. That's right, he did. I forgot about that.
So I mean, this is a great one.
Okay, so here's the next one. We knew it was going to come down to this. I mean, what would we consider one of the greatest summer blockbuster movies of all time of the 1980s? I mean, come on.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
No. Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Luke, Han, and the Princess's story didn't end with the destruction of the Death Star. It continues in The Empire Strikes Back. The next chapter in the Star Wars saga. an epic of alien worlds. And the climactic clash between good and evil.
Definitely.
Empire Strikes Back, come on. I mean, it defined the summer blockbuster.
Yeah, I mean...
And I mean, it dropped the biggest character bomb of history in your lap.
You know, you're absolutely right.
I was like...
Nobody had ever seen this before, heard of it before, expected something like that.
No way, man.
We all take the idea that, spoiler alert, that Darth Vader is Luke's father as a... We take that for granted now.
Because everybody knows.
We just know it.
But I mean, in 1980...
This evil guy could possibly be...
When they dropped that bomb in the room, I remember sitting there.
We're all going like, no.
There's no
this
way.
Can't be true.
I was like, Luke,
That's impossible! And then he's like, search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
like, he's talking to me. And I'm like, no!
That's not true! Yeah. And he just sacrifices himself and falls off.
And he even failed at that.
And then he even failed at that. Thanks, Luke. Okay, so it's really freaking hot in the studio today.
I sweating.
I think the air conditioner quit working.
I know.
So I say we go swimming.
Oh, no.
What? Look, man, I'm getting pasty as you right now. Yeah, it's okay. The sun's brighter than you are.
Exactly, and it just reflects off me. I'm like the moon.
That's no moon.
That's a flipping space stick. No, that's just my belly.
Let's go swimming. What do you guys say?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
What do you think, David?
I think it's hot out.
Yeah?
I'm gonna get in the pool.
I think you're right.
I think so. So get in the pool.
Oh man. Mm-hmm. Now if I just had something sweet, you know, it'd go really good with this. Oh heck yeah, man! Let me have that. Let me have a piece of that. Oh man!
Do you guys mind if I work on my cannonballs?
Nah, go ahead.
Hey! I found it!
Oh!
That was alright! It was okay!
I don't even like mellow corn. Oh, God.
So, you know what? It doesn't matter if you love Raiders of the Lost Ark or...
You're a Ghostbuster fanatic.
Yeah, you should be. You know, we're just glad to have you here at Whiskey Pop. Hey, please remember to...
subscribe, share, and hey, get those notifications so you know what's coming up.
Thanks for coming back with us, guys. If you didn't like what we did this week, hang in there. Next week, we'll probably do something else.
Oh, it's always different.
Just as crazy. Actually, I think our next episode is going to revolve around some little green felty people.
Did you say revolve?
That was not great at all. That was just evil and mean. We'll see you guys next week. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom.
Doesn't matter because near, I'm Grover, Super Grover, near and far, far.